Republic TV with me, Kriti Mehta. Now, in today's edition of A Quick Morning, we delve into the latest news and updates from across the country and around the world to set the tone for your day. From Ranveer Alabadia's plea, all set to be heard in the Supreme Court, to Prime Minister Modi receiving the Emir of Qatar, we bring you the top realities of all these developments, and that's not all. We'll also be bringing you stories from the realms of business, sports and entertainment in our jam-packed line-up. So let's kickstart today's mega news here on Republic, as always, with the nation first this quick morning. In a special gesture, Prime Minister Modi received Emir of Qatar Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani at Delhi airport on Monday evening. The two leaders were seen talking and exchanging warm hugs. External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar was also at the present to receive him. Hamad Al Thani, who is on a state visit to India, will meet President Draupadi Murmu and hold talks with Prime Minister on Tuesday. His two-day visit comes at the invitation of Prime Minister Modi. This would be the second state visit of the Emir of Qatar to India. Prime Minister Modi is set to visit Bageshwar Dham on February 23 to lay the foundation stone of a cancer hospital. Ahead of Prime Minister's visit, Madhya Pradesh Chief Minister Mohan Yadav on Monday inspected preparations at Maharaja Chhatrasal Convention Center in Khajuraho.
मन में विश्वास का केंद्र तो है ही, लेकिन लौकिक दुनिया में भौतिक रूप से बीमारों का अगर आश्रय स्थल बनता और कैंसर जैसी गंभीर बीमारी के लिए यहाँ अगर इलाज मिलता तो ये बहुत पुण्य का काम होगा। मेरी अपनी ओर से बधाई, मैं उस व्यवस्था की देखने आया।
And Gyanesh Kumar has been appointed the Chief Election Commissioner after a meeting of a three-member committee headed by Prime Minister Narendra Modi in New Delhi on Monday. He will assume office on Wednesday when the Supreme Court will hear the challenge to a new law under which the selection has been made. Up next, Union Home Minister Amit Shah will conclude a significant review meeting regarding the implementation of new criminal laws in Jammu and Kashmir today. The meeting will see the participation of Chief Minister Omar Abdullah and Lieutenant Governor Manoj Sinha, among other officials. Despite law and order being managed by the central government post the division of the former state into two union territories, Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh, Abdullah is a key invitee. This indicates the importance of collaboration in the legal transition. The new law replacing the colonial Indian Penal Code and similar acts took effect on July 1 of last year. Shah has previously overseen their application in other major states, ensuring consistency in legal reforms across the nation. And the Supreme Court will hear a plea today by YouTube personality Ranveer Alabadia, or Beer Biceps Guy, to club FIRs filed across the states, including Maharashtra and Assam, over controversial remarks he made on a stand-up comedy show, India's Got Latent. A bench of Justice Suryakant and Justice N. Kotiswar Singh will hear the case. Alabadia, who has been facing police inquiries, had been summoned by the National Commission of Women and may also face a parliament panel. Moved the Supreme Court last week, asking that FIRs against him be combined. He also sought anticipatory bail to ward off arrest from Guwahati police. And the next Chief Minister of Delhi, along with the Council of Ministers, is likely to take oath on February 20 at the Ramleela Maidan. The ceremony is expected to be held at around 4:30 p.m. It is to be attended by top BJP leaders, including chief ministers from the party-ruled states. A BJP legislative party meeting, which was also to be held on Monday, has been postponed to most likely Wednesday, when the party will finalize the candidate for the chief minister's post. Up next, a BTech student from Nepal studying at Kalinga Institute of Industrial Technology in Bhubaneswar was found dead in a hostel room, leading to a massive uproar and mass protest on the university campus. While there are allegations that the KIIT management tried to suppress the matter, the issue has now attracted the attention of Nepal Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli and the Indian in Nepal. The police have arrested the accused, a third-year mechanical engineering student, in connection with her alleged suicide.
We investigated the matter and we got prima facie evidences that there are some sort of harassment which could have prompted the girl her suicide. So we arrested the accused person. We examined him. Students belonging to Nepal as well as of India joined together in protesting the university authorities demanding justice. We will go objectively and as per law doing justice.
And the grand spectacle of the Prayagraj Mahakumbh became even more special as the confluence of North and South Indian cultures unfolded with the arrival of 200 representatives from the Kashi Tamil Sangamam 3.0 on Monday. The visit marks the second stop of the ongoing cultural exchange program, which first commenced in Varanasi before moving to Prayagraj, will now continue to Ramnagari in Ayodhya. The first group of Kashi Tamil Sangamam 3.0, an initiative aimed at receiving the historic ties between Vanaras and Thanar, two significant centers of education and cultures in ancient India, was welcomed by the grandeur by the Mahakumbh Mela and administration. A massive blast took place at the residence of a policeman in Gurdaspur district of Punjab on Monday. The explosion occurred in Raimal village situated in Dera Baba Nanak area of Batala in Gurdaspur. This time the target of the blast was not a police but near the house of a police officer. It's said to be a low intensity blast. There were no casualties in the incident. Punjab police say they are probing the case from the angle of a personal enmity. A team of forensic department officials have reached the spot.
ਉੱਥੇ ਪੁਲਿਸ ਟੀਮ ਪਹੁੰਚੀ ਉੱਥੇ ਸਾਰੀ ਏਰੀਏ ਦਾ ਸਾਰੇ ਮੌਕੇ ਦਾ ਜਾਇਜ਼ਾ ਲਿਆ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਕੋਈ ਵੀ ਨੁਕਸਾਨ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੋਇਆ ਸੀ ਕੁਝ ਸ਼ੀਸ਼ੇ ਵਗੈਰਾ ਟੁੱਟੇ ਸੀ ਜਿਹਦੀ ਕਿ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਧਮਾਕੇ ਕਿਉਂ ਹੋਇਆ ਇਹਦੇ ਸੰਬੰਧੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਅਗਲੀ ਜਾਂਚ ਕੀਤੀ ਜਾ ਰਹੀ ਆ ਉਹਦੇ ਸੰਬੰਧ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਐਫਐਸਐਲ ਟੀਮਾਂ ਮੌਕੇ ਤੇ ਨੇ ਜੋ ਵੀ ਉਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਫੋਰੈਂਸਿਕ ਤੇ ਸਾਇੰਟਿਫਿਕ ਜਾਂਚ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਾਹਮਣੇ ਆਊਗਾ ਉਸ ਹਿਸਾਬ ਨਾਲ ਅਗਲੀ ਕਾਰਵਾਈ ਅਮਲ 'ਚ ਲਿਆਂਦੀ ਜਾਊਗੀ.
And viewers are tracking the top stories from the business world. Today we bring you the latest updates on India's economic landscape, from SEBI issuing new guidelines for the investor to Zomato issuing its own AI nugget. Stay tuned as we bring you the ground realities of all these developments shaping the business world today. On Monday, SEBI relaxed the rules for investment advisors and research analysts. Henceforth, they can confirm the most important terms and conditions with existing clients by email instead of needing a physical agreement. The MITC for IAs, developed by the Industry Standards Forum, with input from SEBI and the Investment Advisor Administration and Supervisory Body, includes rules on advisory fee, risk profiling, and restrictions on guaranteed returns. The National Payments Corporation has made important changes to the FASTag system, which came into effect on Monday. The changes include easy toll transactions, curb fraud, and enhanced traffic movement at toll booths across the country. With tighter restrictions of blacklisted and low balance FASTags, vehicle owners must keep themselves updated to avoid any penalties and halts in their journeys. Warren Buffett's multinational company Berkshire Hathaway has been reducing its stake and bets on Bank of America in the last final months, while also keeping a stake in Apple intact. While his stake in Apple is currently intact, there had been a reduction earlier. The conglomerate, headquartered in Omaha in Nebraska, cut its stake in Bank of America to 8.9% in the fourth quarter after selling 117.5 million shares. A regulatory filing on Monday showed now the executives of the bank and its stakeholders have waived for the months for the update after Berkshire's prior sales left it with less than 10% and freed it from a requirement to disclose transactions. And Zomato on Monday introduced Nugget, an AI-powered no-code customer support platform that promises to make handling customer queries efficient. In his post, Goel said that Nugget is designed to make scaling support easy for businesses of all sizes. Having been developed over 3 years as an internal tool, it now powers over 15 million support interactions per month across Zomato, Blinkit and Hyperpure. SBI Mutual Fund, in collaboration with Paytm and SBI, has launched a micro systematic investment plan starting from 250 rupees under the Jan Nivesh SIP scheme. Speaking at the launch, the Securities and Exchange Board of India's chairperson Madhavi Puri Buch said that such small ticket investments remain an anomaly for global peers as foreign investors struggle to grasp how a 250 rupees or $3 monthly SIP can be viable. And let's move on to our international segment, viewers, where we are tracking the ground pulse of some of the biggest global developments. Today we delve into the significant highlights from across the world, from US's push for peace in Ukraine to UNIFIL head meeting Lebanese president. Stay tuned as we unravel the latest updates shaping the global landscape. The United Arab Emirates kicked off an international weapons fair in the capital Abu Dhabi with the participation of 1,800 experts and specialists in the military industry. In the exhibition, both Russia and Ukraine displayed their show of strength with arms and drone put on show. Ukrainian foreign minister praised the quality of their arms and drones, which they tested at the battlefield despite being at war. He even announced launching of a new disruptive product in the markets focused on advanced technology as the war continues. The exhibition comes at a time when momentum for peace talks to end Moscow's war is also growing.
Today we have more than 218 different products and solutions, of which we are announcing and launching 46 new products here across a wide range of areas covering autonomous systems, both in terms of UAVs and unmanned ground vehicles, as well as a range of products in our precision-guided munitions, together with electronic warfare. These are really three core domains that we are focusing on, advancing technology and bringing new disruptive products to the market.
And harsh weather moved west after winter storms pummeled the eastern US over the weekend, washing out roads in parts of West Virginia. Dangerously cold wind chill temperatures as low as 50 degrees below zero were expected in most of North Dakota, which remained under an extreme cold warning, along with large swaths of South Dakota and Minnesota. German Chancellor Olaf Scholz said that he was irritated by debates on Ukraine's future without Kyiv's involvement after meeting other European leaders at an emergency summit in Paris. He said it was highly inappropriate to discuss the outcome of any peace negotiations in which Ukraine was not involved, and instead called for Europe and US's unity on security. US and Russian officials plan to meet today in Saudi Arabia to discuss an end to the war without Kyiv's participation has rankled some Ukrainians who worry they will be sidelined. Israeli police detained some protesters during a demonstration in Jerusalem who were called for the Israel-Hamas ceasefire to be extended so that more hostages could be freed. Hamas is gradually releasing 33 hostages in the current phase in exchange for nearly 2,000 Palestinian prisoners. Israeli forces have pulled back from most of Gaza and allowed a humanitarian aid. As first phase of ceasefire nears end, in the second phase, Hamas would release 70 remaining hostages in exchange for more Palestinian prisoners and a lasting ceasefire.
We need to fight for this till the last hostage is released. So that's what we're protesting against. We're protesting against a lot more, but right now that is the subject, and that's the urgent subject.
And viewers, are parts of a southwest Detroit neighborhood submerged after nearly century-old water main busted. The 54-inch transmission main was built in 1930 and has left several feet of water over streets, sidewalks and yards. As crews and contractors remain in the area attempting to isolate the break, they continue to determine the reason for the burst. And first openly gay Muslim imam was fatally shot dead while sitting in a car in South Africa in an assassination attempt. Mohsin Hendricks was ambushed by two men in a pickup truck while visiting the southern city of Jira. While police continue to determine the motive behind the attack, political parties and LGBTQ+ organizations since was targeted because he started a mosque in Cape Town for gay Muslims and called for members of the LGBTQ+ community to be welcomed into Islam. After his murder, condemnation has been pouring in from everywhere and calls for justice are being echoed.
This was a cold-blooded murder which needs to be condemned unequivocally without putting any conditions to the condemnation. The authorities, we call upon the authorities to ensure that justice is served, but also very importantly, the source and networks of extremism and intolerance and bigotry needs to be broken down in South Africa. We cannot tolerate that. It cannot be that in a constitutional democracy like ours.
The head of the United Nations Interim Force in Lebanon and Force Commander Lieutenant General Aroldo Lazaro met with the Lebanese President Joseph Aoun and the Prime Minister Nafaf Salam in Beirut. The meeting came as UNIFIL's outgoing Deputy Commander of the force was injured when protesters attacked a convoy taking peacekeepers to the Beirut airport. The army promised to work to arrest the citizens who attacked its members and bring them to justice. Demonstrators have been protesting a decision by Lebanese authorities to revoke permission for a passenger plane from Iran to fly to Beirut on Thursday. And the United States told the United Nations Security Council that returning Ukraine's pre-2014 borders is an unrealistic objective. US political coordinator emphasized that chasing this illusionary goal will only cause more suffering and won't lead to an end to the war. He instead suggested that Ukraine should focus on robust security guarantees, ensuring that the war doesn't again.
Then stated last week at the Ukraine Defense Contact Group, we want a sovereign and prosperous Ukraine. But we must start by recognizing that returning to Ukraine's pre-2014 borders is an unrealistic objective. Chasing this illusionary goal will only prolong the war, cause more suffering. A durable peace for Ukraine must include robust security guarantees to ensure the war will not begin again.
Welcome back, viewers. It's time to dive into the world of sports with our segment dedicated to all the action-packed highlights and exciting match-ups. Today we bring you updates on Manu Bhakar's BBC acknowledgement as the Woman of the Year, to Donald Trump, who attended the Super Bowl in the 500 Daytona race. Stay tuned for all the buzz right here. The 5th edition of the Khelo India Winter Games, which was set to be held in Gulmarg from February 22 to 25, has been postponed due to an inadequate snowfall. An official said that a fresh assessment will be conducted once snow conditions improve and a revised schedule will be announced accordingly. Former Bangladesh opener Imrul Kais reckons the absence of Jasprit Bumrah will provide his team an opportunity to put India's pace attack under pressure when the two teams open their Champions Trophy campaign on February 20. And Neeta Ambani, the owner of Mumbai Indians franchisee, recalls the story of how two lanky and thin boys, brothers Hardik and Krunal Pandya, first came to Mumbai Indian camp over a decade ago. She also recalled how the Pandya brothers survived on Maggie for 3 years. And despite what he went through, veteran cricketer Ajinkya Rahane said he still wants to play for India. Rahane also went on to reveal how he was ready to have a one-on-one conversation, but no one from the Ajit Agarkar-led selectors paid heed. And former India pacer Lakshmipati Balaji has backed Mohammad Shami to lead India's pace attack with distinction at the ICC Champions Trophy set to begin on February 19 in Karachi. With India set to play all that in Dubai, Balaji believes Shami's experience and skill will be crucial to the team's success. And Smriti Mandhana hit a blistering 47-ball 81 to lead reigning champions Royal Challengers Bengaluru to an 8-wicket win over Delhi Capitals in the Women's Premier League. The RCB bowlers were disciplined in the performance, bowling Delhi out for 141 in 19.3 overs. Pakistan Cricket Board Chairman Mohsin Naqvi has decided to watch the Champions Trophy match against India from the stands and sold the 30-seat VIP hospitality box offered to him for about 400,000 dirhams or 94 lakh rupees and transferred the proceeds to PCB's treasury. And Donald Trump attended the Daytona 500 race for the second time as President of the United States and was given the honor of being the Grand Marshal. Last weekend, he made history by becoming the first sitting president to attend the Super Bowl 59 in New Orleans. And Manu Bhaker has won the BBC Indian Sportswoman of the Year award for her exceptional performance during the Olympics in Paris. Bhaker was one of the 5 nominees for the award along with Vinesh Fogart, Aditi Ashok, Avni Lekhara and Mandhana. Harry Kane sat out Bayern Munich's training session after suffering a facial injury towards the end of Bayern's 0-0 draw at Bayern Leverkusen. Coach Vincent Kompany said it was nothing serious and that they will see early tomorrow how he feels. And riding the buzz on, it's time to delve into the world of entertainment. Today we bring you highlights from the 75th Berlin International Film Festival. This and more as we take a look at all the stories highlighting the entertainment world. Rose Byrne praised her co-star A$AP Rocky at a press conference ahead of the world premiere of a new drama at the 75th Berlin International Film Festival. A$AP Rocky was not at the festival as a court case in Los Angeles continues over the rapper for allegedly firing a gun at a former collaborator. She respected Rocky's reverence for all of the genres and all artists and hailed the experience she witnessed while working with the co-star.
A true Renaissance man. He lives and breathes art and fashion and film, and he has such respect and reverence for all of the genres and all artists, and I was totally disarmed by him. So, yeah.
And Shakira shared the statement on her Instagram account thanking fans for all of their messages on support after she was hospitalized in Peru. The singer arrived in Peru on Friday evening where she was scheduled to perform, but her concert got cancelled after being admitted because of an abdominal condition. Shakira's tour continues across Latin America before heading to Canada and the US in May for a series of concerts through June. And Fiona Shaw and Emma Mackey star as a mother and daughter whose relationship becomes fraught with pent-up resentments and bitterness in Hot Milk, unveiled at the Berlin International Film Festival. They discuss the relationship of a mother and daughter in the film, where the daughter faces problems with her mother.
Mothers and daughters are obviously biologically, symbiotically connected. And it's really about how does one peel away from one's mother. And we all have to peel away from our mothers. And this is one such story. But the story is unique and yet universal, isn't it? It's always unique to itself, but universal. So I think we both understood.
And that's a wrap on today's edition of Quick Morning. But stay tuned, pop news and updates continue right here at 7 a.m. We go live this morning.